This one's reserved for Chanhassen boys hockey. All right. That's the whistle to begin cleaning up here. We'll end up starting the game in about 1 minute. Eden Prairie versus Chaska. We are in the Victoria Rec Center. Eden Prairie currently starting their scrimmage season 3-0-1 with a win yesterday versus Armstrong Cooper at 7-1. Little offset with the camera today. We'll see how that impacts the overall view. Eden Prairie is once again, this is an away game. Eden Prairie will be in black, and Chaska will be in white for this game. No current league data available. Not sure the capabilities of Chaska. This is their gold team. Eden Prairie ready to head out on the ice. Starting with Connolly taking the face-off here to begin the game. Fetzer, Wilkins, Sullivan, and Jastro on the ice with them. Let's get started. Connolly wins the face-off, but heads to Chaska's side of the ice. Chaska ends up with it. A little bit of disorganization here with the puck. Fetzer chasing it down in the left corner, moves it forward in front of the ice, and Connolly with the attempted shot on goal there, couldn't put it in. Sullivan chasing it down in the defensive zone, bringing it back forward, moving between a couple Chaska players. Stops and takes a shot. It's in the air, got a deflection, but not quite towards the goalie, so no shot on goal there. Chaska clears it out. We have Wilkins going and chasing it down. Must have been a tip, so no icing. Fetzer with the puck. Chaska poke checks it away, ends up by Jastro. Jastro moving it forward, brings it across the blue line, sending it towards Chaska's zone, and icing there. It'll be moving back. Face-off to be taken on the right side of the ice. Sorensen to take it. Engebretson now on the ice with Schiebel, Eichens, and Sievertson. Schiebel gets it, pushes it behind the net. Over to Sievertson. Sievertson over to Eichens. Eichens in a battle near the near boards. Chaska comes up with it. Attempts a pass, they miss it, ends up on the far boards in the center of the ice. Chaska now with the puck, and Sievertson poke checks it away. Sievertson moving it forward, pushes it towards the left corner, and Chaska there to receive it. Engebretson takes it away, but poke check by Chaska to the corner. Moves it towards the center of the ice, misses. Sievertson, another one, tip, not quite there. Doesn't make it towards the goalie, so no shot on goal. Schiebel flips it up to Engebretson. Engebretson with a nice opportunity here. Loses control at the poke check, but it just bounces around, and Walt Eichens there to put it away. Walt Eichens with the goal to start the game. Eden Prairie 1, Chaska 0. Connolly to take the face-off. Naren's on the ice, along with Lett, Sullivan, and Jastro. Some fresh legs to start this point of the game. Naren's poke checks it away from Chaska. Connolly fighting it. Chaska takes an attempt towards the net, misses wide left. Eden Prairie gets it, clears the zone. Icing. It'll be coming back. Eden Prairie with the first score of the game. Currently 1-0. The clock is not going, so I have no idea how many minutes left in this period. I'm not sure if they're going to be doing periods, if they're going to be playing one continuous game. Scrimmage world, it's always different. Fetzer and Sorensen scrambling after it, but Chaska gets their stick amongst it, ends up in the corner. Chaska moves it towards the middle of the ice. It gets tipped and moves over the net. Eden Prairie with it, pushes it behind their net. Over to Fetzer. Fetzer moves it forward. Chaska now with it. Wilkins gets in the way of puck, deflects it backwards. And Sullivan now with the puck, but it appears as though it was offside, so they'll be taking a face-off near the blue line. Everybody clearing their benches, bringing on fresh legs. Looks like Connolly's going to be taking the face-off. Eichens, Engebretson, Schiebel, and Sievertson on the ice. Eichen's going after it. He's quick. Takes an attempt towards the net, but it was wide right. Chaska pokes it away. They're chasing it down. Schiebel there to defend. Move it forward, back forward. Walt is moving down the ice. Takes a pass over to Engebretson. Engebretson loses control after a poke check. Chaska moving it back towards their offensive zone. And there's an opportunity here. We'll see if they can make a swift move. They couldn't. Sievertson with a nice poke check. And look back to defend. Connolly chasing it down. Prairie's got control again. Engebretson moving it forward. Gets poked away. Ends up with Chaska. They move it back towards their offensive zone. Sievertson chasing it down. Over to Eichens, who receives the puck. Schiebel with it, moves it to Sievertson. Sievertson takes a whack but whiffs. Eichen's now battling for the puck. Engebretson reaches out, takes it away from a moving Chaska player for the steal here. Connolly reaching out, making some challenging skating for Chaska's players. Chaska not quite able to get it to their offensive zone for any production. Schiebel in the way now, poke checks it away, takes control of the puck, moves it down, takes a nice shot, ends up hitting the Chaska player, goes wide left. Jastrow with a shot, also deflects off of a white jersey. Jastrow now with it again in the corner. Takes another attempt towards the net. Couldn't quite get there. Deflected by Chaska personnel. Sullivan moving around, makes a nice move around a player. Ends up taking an opportunity. Deflects off number 29 in white. Moves behind the net. Chaska retrieves it. Attempts to move it forward. Couldn't quite get it out of their defensive zone. And eventually they push it down for what will ultimately be icing here. It'll be coming back. Eden Prairie 1, Chaska 0. Eden Prairie mostly in control of the puck at this time. Walt Eichens with the goal. Only 2 shots on goal by Eden Prairie at this point. No shots on goal by Chaska. Let gets it, takes an opportunity, but goes wide right. Chaska sends it down the ice, gets past Sullivan, he goes back to retrieve it. Jastrow there. Sorensen trying to get around 2 white jerseys, couldn't quite get there first. Chaska retrieves the puck, moves it up towards center ice. Let there to poke check it away, causes scrum on the far boards. Chaska with it, trying to move it forward. Fetzer in the way, moves it towards the left corner as it wraps around Chaska's net. They're there to receive it, and they push it forward. Missed any tips, so that'll be icing. It'll be coming back. Connolly to take the face-off. Fetzer, Sievertson, Engebretson, and Schiebel on the ice with them. Big line. Schiebel over to Sievertson with some open ice, but couldn't quite receive the pass. He wraps it around, and Connolly there to fight for it. Over to Engebretson. Engebretson with it. Fetzer set up right in front, but Engebretson takes an opportunity, goes wide left. All 5 jerseys back, so Connolly attempted to move it towards center ice, couldn't quite get it. Sievertson with a long shot. Chaska's goalie couldn't get in the way, and Sievertson gets the goal. I believe that was Connolly's assist. Eden Prairie 2, Chaska 0. First attempt on goal for Eden Prairie, or against Eden Prairie, was more of a pass. Eddie Kunkel made a foolish decision to kind of send it out there, and they ended up getting another putback opportunity, but saves them both. Chaska takes a long shot, tipped by Eden Prairie's own player Jastrow, but goes wide left. Sullivan bringing the puck up the ice, takes control of it. It's now Lett and Sullivan with it. Let's see, Sullivan takes a hard shot, goes wide left, with Lett chasing it down with him. Opportunity for a pass there, missed. Sorensen takes the puck, moves it back to Sullivan. Sullivan moves it towards the boards, towards Lett, gets past Lett. They're chasing it to the corner. Eichen's there to defend, along with Sorensen. Sorensen takes a long opportunity, but goes right. Lett chases it down, gets control. Jastrow waiting on the defensive end, takes a shot forward. Eichen's there, wraps himself around, but the opportunity goes wide right. Sullivan with a long shot, wide left. Jastrow there, deflects off a Chaska player. Chaska attempts to receive, but poke checked away by Jastrow. Sorensen there to retrieve the puck. Gets poke checked by Chaska, loses control, ends up behind the net. And Lett there ends up losing it again. Sullivan moves around one Chaska player. Nope, deflected and stolen by Chaska. Stuck in the boards. Sorensen pinning the Chaska player up against the board, but they kick it out. Sullivan waiting. Good patience by him while Chaska was going to get it. Ends up poke checking it back towards the right side. Sullivan now with the puck. Pushes it forward, stopped by Sorensen. Sorensen does some dancing, takes an opportunity. It goes Sullivan to Sorensen to Narens. Assist by Sullivan and Sorensen. Goal by Eddie Narens. Eden Prairie 3, Chaska 0. All right. Puck makes its way through a couple players, ends up bouncing back to Eden Prairie's defensive zone. Sievertson there to retrieve it, gets poke check. Eddie Kunkel in the way for the save. Number 9 with the white right there. Takes a pass over to the center. Eddie Kunkel with the save again. Chaska's number 29 behind the net, bringing it out. A little room to move. Ends up meeting Sievertson, but gets by him. They've got a 2-on-1 here. Pass forward. Let's see if they can get one or not. Moves around. Not a shot on goal. Couldn't take that opportunity, but Eddie putting enough disruption to not allow the shot. Chaska had another opportunity, but missed. Eden Prairie, Chaska with another shot. Eden Prairie clears. Eddie Kunkel with the save. Little pressure now by Chaska here. Can't quite get it in yet, but they've had some opportunities. Number 77 there would have been wide left, so not a shot on goal. Eddie Narens gets it, moves it forward, clears the zone. Good shot and decision by Eddie Narens and Eden Prairie. Changing up personnel. Fetzer now on the ice with Connolly, Sievertson, Engebretson, and Jastrow. Nope, that's Schiebel. Schiebel with the puck. Shoots, moves it up. Lifts it. Schiebel taking a long opportunity towards center ice. Engebretson not able to come up with the tip. Ends up wide right of the net. Schiebel back to retrieve the puck. Moves it forward, bounces off the boards, and we'll have icing. We'll be coming back. I think they're going to consider that the end of the first period. Eden Prairie 3, Chaska Gold 0. Total shots on goal by... All right, I just wasn't believing it, so I didn't want to... total shots on goal by Eden Prairie 4. 3 of them going in. Total shots on goal by Chaska 5. None in so far. Many opportunities, clearly, by Eden Prairie. They've had the puck for a good chunk of the game so far. Most of their shots or attempted shots are going wide left or wide right, but when they get there, they appear to be going in. It started with the second period here in the short bit. If you're just joining us, Eden Prairie's in black, Chaska's in white. We are in the Victoria Rec Center, so Eden Prairie's the away team. Eden Prairie up 3-0. One of these days, our goalies are going to figure out that they shift upon each period. Who knows when that time will happen, but we'll keep telling them in the car. All right, Eden Prairie defending towards our left, Chaska defending towards our right. Sorensen ends up winning the face-off. He take it up amongst 4 white jerseys, couldn't quite get through them all. Jastrow with the puck does a little bit of dancing, everybody on side so they can move forward. Chaska has it, tries to clear the zone, but Jastrow there to stop it. Jastrow launches one up, tip right there for Sorensen, saved by the goalie. Another long one by Sullivan. And stopped. We're in the second period here in Victoria against Chaska. Connolly taking the face-off. Eischen, Sievertson, Schiebel, and Engebretson on the ice with him. Eden Prairie up 3-0. Connolly takes it. Chaska wins the face-off. They take control of the puck, send it around the boards. Schiebel gets it, but a weak pass. They're going to have to chase him down. We've got Severson chasing. He gets his stick on it and takes it away. Moves it back towards Eden Prairie's offensive zone. Severson moving around a couple players, takes it to the far corner, moves it to the center ice, but nobody home. Chaska attempts to clear the zone and does. Schiebel now back to retrieve the puck. Icing will be coming back. Connolly again to take the face-off. Looks like no fresh legs coming on, so it's the same line. Schiebel, Engebretson, Eichens, and Severtson. Connolly gets a stick on it this time. Wins that one. Schiebel with the long pass gets tipped by number 29 in the white. Moves to the right side of the net. Severtson back, takes one, attempts to move it forward, gets deflected off of a skate. Schiebel to retrieve it. Schiebel getting chased by some white jerseys. They've created enough disruption to keep it there. Chaska moves it behind the net. They retrieve it, take a shot, but goes wide left. No shot on goal. It's out on the blue line for Chaska right now. Engebretson tried to take it away. We got a little bit of a scrum, a little bit of challenge controlling the puck right now. Schiebel passes it to a Chaska player. They move it towards the middle, but they couldn't put it home. Severtson in the left corner, moves it forward to Engebretson. Engebretson with it, gets poke checked. Severtson pushing it forward again. Schiebel now there, attempts a far pass, but must have been offsides. Face off to occur by the blue line. New fresh legs coming on the ice. Sorensen, Sullivan, Jastrow, Lett, and Narens. Sorensen wins it, moves it forward, gets around 3 guys, takes a nice shot, hits the goalie near the neck. Good speed shown by Sorensen and a nice hard shot that Chaska had to defend. Jastrow now chasing it down, attempts to get it into Sullivan, but goes wide. We've got Let with the puck. It deflects off of a couple players, ends up in the center of the ice. Let now with it. Prairie sends it to their offensive zone. Chaska retrieves it. They send it around their net to open up some space. Couldn't quite get it out of the zone. Jastrow there to stop it and move it back around the net. Everybody in place right now to keep it there, but Chaska able to clear the zone. Sorensen chasing it down. Chaska attempting to cause some disruption. Sorensen moves it around to Jastrow. Jastrow's center ice. Chaska in the way, but they couldn't clear it. Let ends up taking it away. Jastrow now with the puck. Everybody back. He's now moving it towards the blue line and pushes it forward. Sullivan with the puck now. He dances between 2 Chaska players. It'll ultimately loses control. Sends it back towards Jastrow at center ice. Jastrow with it. He moves it forward. Takes a long shot opportunity. Yeah, bounces off the ice. Gets through the Chaska goalie's 5-hole there. Jastrow all alone on the goal. The long shot. That is Eden Prairie 4, Chaska 0 in the second period. Connolly taking the face-off. Engebretson, Schiebel, Sievertson, and Fetzer with them. They're taking a switch of goalies on Chaska's side. We're about midway through the second period. When you have to, it's pretty common to replace them in the middle of the second period. Pretty common strategy, so both goalies get some ice time. Sievertson now with the puck. Chaska attempting to defend. Sievertson loses control. Chaska with it, moves it up to the center of the ice and couldn't be retrieved by Chaska to attempt a shot. Schiebel with it, battling behind the net. They move it back towards the blue line. Chaska takes a long shot. Eden Prairie there to deflect it. Couldn't get to Eddie. Sievertson has it. He's going to clear the zone. Nope. Chaska in the way of it. Sends it back towards their offensive side of the ice. Engebretson in the corner now chasing 2-on-1. Chaska couldn't quite control it. Connolly came in for reinforcements, bounced off of him, ends up in Sievertson's hands, who's bringing it down the ice right now. Sievertson pokes it forward. I don't know if they called a penalty here. Looks like if they did, they're going to be just taking face-offs, not... I didn't see any offside, so I'm not... I only have to... It's just weird. Scrimmages are weird. The different rules for these things, so I didn't see offside, so I'm going to assume it was a penalty, and they're not taking anybody off the ice. Let with the puck in the corner, moving around a couple white jerseys. He's straight up in the corner now, moves around behind the net, over to Jastrow, who keeps control of it. Ishins with the puck, moves it to center ice, over towards Let, who couldn't quite get it in between 2 white jerseys. Chaska attempting to clear the zone, pin it, it's in Sullivan's hands. Sullivan with the puck, takes a long shot, hits off Let. Let attempts to take an opportunity, couldn't quite get to the goalie. No shot on goal, ends up with Jastrow, goes wide right. And offsides here by Eden Prairie. They'll be taking on. Face off here on the near boards. After the offsides, Connolly to take the face off. Fetzer, Schiebel, Sievertson, and Narens on the ice with them. Chaska runs in the way of that puck, makes one swift move. Number 9 coming down, couldn't quite get there. Sievertson now bringing it up, along with Connolly next to him. This is Fetzer controlling the puck. Fetzer chasing it down. He's able to bring it in there. He battles a little bit off on the side on the boards. Eden Prairie still technically in control in their zone. Wide open for Eddie, who whiffs on the attempt to move forward. Connolly had that opportunity and whiffed there too. Fetzer moves the puck backwards, but they lose control, and Chaska able to clear the zone. Schiebel backhands the pass there. Chaska with the shot opportunity goes wide left. Fetzer with the puck, passes it over to Narens. Narens with the long shot, goes wide left. Chaska makes a couple moves around some Eden Prairie players to see if they can get around. They got around their fourth one. They move it forward, but Sievertson there to poke check that away with a little bit of a shoulder rub too. Ends up towards the net. Frozen by the goalie. They'll be taking a face-off in the left corner. Sorensen to go ahead and take that with Lett, Eischen, Sullivan, and Jastro on the ice with him. Sorensen wins that, brings it out to Sullivan, takes the long shot, ends up going for the top left corner, but saved by the goalie off the blocker. Sullivan back to retrieve it after Chaska clears their zone. Takes a pass over to Lett hard and high, but Lett unable to retrieve it. Lett now chasing the puck down after it bounces along the board. Sullivan takes another shot attempt, but couldn't put it in wide left. Chaska dances around 2 Eden Prairie players. White bringing it up, takes a sliding shot opportunity, saved by Eddie. Lett with the breakaway. Loses control off the back check.
I say get up, bud. I said get up, bud. Right there.
Lett moves it around Chaska.
You're the right wing.
Sullivan stops it from getting out of the blue line. Everybody's still in control of the puck here. Lett sends it around to Jastro. Jastro now in the way, hits off of his skates.
Right there, middle.
Jastro sends one low on the ice. Not in. Fetzer there to retrieve it. 10 attempts to pass, but whiffs on it. Engebretson takes a shot attempt. Not in. Sullivan there, he's going to move it back behind the blue line while everybody comes back. Now we're on sides. He goes around one, takes the shot opportunity, hits off the center of the goalie. Connolly there to take another opportunity and the save by Bull. Nice hard shot by Sullivan to create the rebound. Connolly right there with the follow-up. Couldn't get it in the net. Good saves by that goalie. Eden Prairie 4, Chaska 0. Sorensen taking the face off here. He gets a stick on it. They move it towards center ice towards Narens. Narens couldn't get a shot attempt off. Chaska moving it forward. Sievertson there to poke check it away, but Chaska still in control. Little bit of a shot attempt there by Chaska. We'll give Eddie the save there. Hard to tell if it was fully towards the net or not. Little bit of challenge. Sorensen to take the face off again. Nair and Sievertson, Schiebel there to protect Eddie in the defensive zone. Led off to the right side. Sievertson now with the puck. Goes around one. Pushes it off the boards towards Eddie Narens. Eddie Narens sends it forward. And icing. If you're just joining us, Eden Prairie's in black, Chaska's in white. Eden Prairie up 4-0. We're in the second period. We can't tell where. The clock is not running. Connolly taking the face off and wins it, but Eden Prairie now with control. Jastrow bringing it down the ice. We've got Engebretson on the right side. He passes it off the boards, but not quite well enough to get it up to Engebretson. Sullivan ends up retrieving it, moving it forward. Takes a long opportunity, but goes right. Ishen's battling it, sends to the center. No one there to retrieve it. Just runs into three white jerseys. Chaska clears the zone. Eddie Kunkel lets it go by for the icing. They'll move it forward. Back towards the Eden Prairie offensive zone. They're going to get some fresh legs. Connolly to take the face off. Engebretson, Sullivan, Ishens, and Jastrow still on the ice. And just a switch of Sullivan or Sorensen, it looks like. Connolly now taking it. Chaska wins the face-off. Running into a couple of Eden Prairie defensive players, but they're able to move around them. They're chasing it down. They take a weak shot, which Eden Prairie's goalie Eddie Kunkel's there to save. Sorensen to take the face off here. Let Sievertson and Schiebel protecting Eddie with Fetzer on the far right side of the ice. Sievertson gets it as a wraps behind Eden Prairie's net. He's losing a little bit of control, trying to come back up with it. He moves it along the boards. Let there. Let's got a one-on-one. Let's see if he can make a move to get around him. He makes a nice pass to Fetzer. Fetzer bounces it off the left side. Very nice pass. Keeping his head up, knowing that the player was there. Schiebel there to defend. This charge by White. Sievertson attempts a poke check. Kind of loses all control. Chaska had it right in front of the net. Couldn't collect it. No shot on goal. Eden Prairie able to poke check it away. Fetzer in the far boards right now. Attempts to clear the zone. Couldn't. Sievertson now does his attempts to do the same thing. Sorensen able to get it around him after the pass. Fetzer now getting into the offensive zone. Chaska now retrieving it, attempting to do the same. We'll just keep it right here, right now. Good old game of keep away. You got it. Okay, Sievertson sends it high. It ends up wrapping around Chaska's neck. Gives a little bit of space for some boys to roam. Eden Prairie doing a player change as the puck wrapped around right there.
There you go. That's good.
Sievertson takes the long, hard shot, goes wide left. Connolly along the board, sends it to the corner to Engebretson. Engebretson picks it up. Engebretson ends up right in front of the net. Slow moving. Sievertson sends one there, ends up hitting off a White player's Skates. Sievertson with another one. Takes a little higher of a shot. Gets the bounce. Ends up in the back of the net.
Yes. Good job, Juliet.
Did you see an assistant? Who is the assistant?
Oh my gosh,
I
I don't know.
know.
It might have been unassisted because I think they were
11?
trying to clear it, and he grabbed it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so it might have been the white jersey pass. I thought he got passed up.
That's the end of the second period. Goal by Julian Sievertson from the blue line. Eden Prairie 5, Chaska 0. Shots on goal. Eden Prairie with 14 shots on goal, 5 of them going in. Chaska with 8 shots on goal, so far none going in. Very solid defense by Eden Prairie once again. No, very little offensive charge by Chaska at this point in time. And whenever there is an opportunity, a good one, Eddie's there to stop it and get in the way. Eden Prairie's game clearly to put it out towards the blue line, allow those defenders to send it in towards the goalies, see what havoc happens with the forwards and try and put it in. Just a little quip, Coach Steve Jastro said it was going to be really cold in here today. Turns out I'm sitting right beneath a heater. I want to strip everything off. He was a liar. I just wanted to make this little quip. Connolly to take the face-off here at center ice to begin the third period. Narens, Jastro, Engebretson, and Sullivan with him. Connolly wins that face-off. He's trying to move it in the middle of 3 white jerseys. Ends up getting blocked away. Engebretson with the shot from the corner from the wing. Takes it off of the goalie's shoulder. We'll count it as a shot attempt. Could be questionable. Sullivan takes an attempted pass up towards number 51, Connolly, who is waiting in front of the net. Castro sends it to the left corner. Connolly battling now behind the net. And Engebretson there. Chaska moves it around him. But Eddie Naren's there to put his stick on it and get in the way. Eden Prairie able to keep it in their offensive zone. Number 61, Sullivan, moves around one Chaska player. Attempts to move towards the center of the ice. Attempts a shot here. Goes wide left. And we're going to have some icing. Fresh legs coming on the ice. Looks like Sorensen's going to take the face off. Let Eichens, Sievertson, and Schiebel on the ice with him. Let there. In front of the net. Eichens off to the left. Sievertson, Schiebel are defensemen. Sorensen awaiting. And Chaska ends up winning the face-off. They're able to clear the zone. Heads down. Sievertson there to retrieve it. And no icing. Sievertson quick enough to go get that puck. Sends it over to Eichens. Eichens not able to receive it. Chaska attempts the pass. Goes wide of them and ends up on the far boards. Schiebel now retrieving in the right corner. Nice pass by Chaska. There's another one, but Eden Prairie's defenseman in the way. Intercepted along the way. Chaska attempting, getting wound up for a shot, but let there to poke check it away. Wide open shot opportunity for Chaska. Hard to tell if that bounced off of Eddie's glove or if it went wide right. Sorensen now with the puck. Runs straight into one player. Big contact by Sorensen. White's nope, Schiebel with the long shot goes wide left. Sievertson now with it, sends it forward, ends up in Eichen's hands. Gets taken away by Chaska, ends up with Sievertson. Sievertson wraps it towards the corner around the net. Sorensen to Eichen's to Sievertson defending. Chaska able to clear each one of those defenders. They're now on their offensive side. 77 whiffs on the pass attempt there. Eden Prairie clears. Chaska falls down. Connolly there to retrieve it. Moves around one defender and a second defender. Fetzer's right there, but Engebretson also takes a shot opportunity, goes wide left. Engebretson with the puck, loses control. Connolly attempts to move it back towards Eden Prairie's offensive zone. Couldn't quite get through. Now there's a battle at the blue line along the boards. Gets kicked out. Chaska gets it. Chaska moving it forward. 2-on-3. Can't quite get around Eden Prairie's defenseman Jastro. Attempted shot a little wide of the net. No shot on goal. Jastro has it. Chaska looks like they threw a stick at him. Jastro moving around a couple players. Not able to get the shot attempt off. Loses control. Chaska now moving it back towards their side. Sullivan to retrieve it, moves it forward to left, ends up with Connolly a little bit further forward. Jastro wide left of his attempted pass in there for a tip. Ends up behind the net, back towards Jastro. Lett pokes it to the corner, ends up with Connolly. Connolly passes it back to Jastro. Jastro, another attempted pass forward for the tip, but gets blocked by Chaska. Chaska brings it towards their offensive zone. They're in control now. Eden Prairie back to defend. Jastro gets it. Sullivan using his speed, but gets poke checked away. He's still chasing it down. Chaska couldn't grab that puck, so left with Sullivan. Bounces off two white jerseys. Sorensen with the attempted long shot there went wide left, ended up out at Jastro. He attempts a pass into the center. Oh my! Bounces all around. Sorensen with a backhanded shot attempt while the goalie's on his side. Goalie reaches up, grabs it out of midair. No goal by Sorensen. That one will be on ESPN's top 10 for sure. Sorensen to take the face off here. Naren, Sievertson, Lett, and Schiebel on the ice. Naren's taking a backhanded shot opportunity. Also the goalie on his side again, but not high enough to get by him. So goalie's able to get his body in the way again. Naren's goes down. Looks like his back is hurting a bit. He's coming off the ice. He'll get a replacement. Eichen's going on. Sievertson with the long shot attempt gets eaten up by Chaska's goalie. He couldn't tell if he had saved it or if it gotten by him, but no goal. Sorensen again to take the face-off. Chaska wins control here. They're going to try and clear the zone. Can't. Sorensen putting too much pressure on him. Eichen's now with it after the puck bounced around a little bit. Sorensen ends up with it. It's moving around right in front of the goalie, but Eden Prairie not able to put a shot on goal on it. Scheibel passes it over to Sievertson with a really slick pass. Sievertson takes a shot attempt, but gets deflected by Chaska's skate. Not sure that was clear, but close enough for these refs at this point. Scheibel in the corner putting pressure. Connolly there for some reinforcements. Eichens now has the puck. He's moving forward with it versus just attempting to clear. Falls down in the corner. We've got Scheibel and Connolly there. Connolly ends up with it. Scheibel now headed towards the corner. If you're just joining us, Eden Prairie's in black, Chaska's in white. We're in the third period. Eden Prairie's up 5-0. Sievertson has it at center ice. He's stick handling with it, sends it towards the center. No one home. Scheibel sends a low one for an attempted tip. Nobody there. Connolly battling behind the net. Ends up with Eden Prairie's defenseman Julian Sievertson. Sievertson moves around a bit, giving the offense some time to set up. Sends it over to Fetzer. Fetzer couldn't retrieve the pass. Number 79, Chaska with it behind the net. Gets poke checked away here. Fetzer with the puck. Can't quite get the shot on goal there. Jastrow with the puck moves it forward to the offensive side. Chase Connolly's with it. Gets poke checked a couple times. Kind of gets away with it, continuing to battle 2-on-1. Engebretson comes in for some reinforcements, sends that out to Sullivan, gets poke checked away. It's bound back towards center ice. Sullivan chasing Chaska's players down. Jastrow with it on Eden Prairie's defensive zone in the left corner. Jastrow takes a light little pass to Connolly. Connolly falls down while Chaska was coming over. Sullivan pokes it forward. Fetzer with it. Fetzer has an opportunity to do something with it. Ends up in a battle with a white jersey. Couldn't and play stalled. Jastrow out by the blue line. Takes a long one. Ends up in Lett's hands. Lett not able to send a shot towards the goalie. Lett battling for it. Ends up hitting the right side of the net towards the lower post. Bounces away. Ends up with Jastrow. Jastrow attempts to send one in. Sends back towards Sullivan. Sullivan attempts to send one in, but Chaska in the way. Chaska now moving it around. Eden Prairie players. Ends up back with Lett on the offensive side. Nairn's right there from the nice pass from Lett. Good shot attempt by Eddie Nairn's. Nice save by the Chaska goalie. Very good pass and attempted shot. And we have another one headed in from Sullivan towards Let. Let able to retrieve it and put the goal in. Assist by Tommy Sullivan. Goal by Shea Let. Eden Prairie 6, Chaska 0. Sorensen to take the face off. Naren, Severson, Schiebel, and Let still on the ice here. Severson has the puck on the defensive side. Moves it towards Naren's. Chaska gets in the way, and they're attempting to bring it to their offensive zone. Severson there to defend strongly. Pushes it past the blue line. Chaska doing some nice passes to give themselves time to get back on sides, and ends up being taken away by Schiebel in an errant pass. Schiebel passes it along to the near boards. Severson chasing it down. And pushes it towards the corner to wrap around the Chaska net. Number 79 from Chaska in the way. Severson at the blue line takes a pass, or takes a shot attempt, deflected by Sorensen, headed towards the goalie. Missed shot by Sorensen. Schiebel with it, does the same thing. Low pass, or low. Oh, sneaks through. I think we're going to call it no goal. They called that whistle while it snuck underneath the goalie's pads. Shot attempt by Schiebel there. A little bit of a scrum on both sides. Looks like one player got pushed down, then Eden Prairie got frustrated, started to reciprocate, but shut down by the refs on the ice. Chippy, we need to cut her down a bit. We're in the corner here, battling it out. Number 14 takes an attempt. Eddie Kunkel, it would have been wide of the net. Eddie Kunkel pushes towards the boards, ends up bouncing back right to him, and he freezes it on the ice. Face off in the right corner. Some fresh legs coming on the ice. Sorensen to take the face off. Let there, along with Fetzer, Severson, and Schiebel. Let Schiebel defending Eddie. While Severson attempts to clear it. Gathered by Chaska. Chaska with the long shot attempt. Eddie Kunkel there for the save. And that is the end of the third period. Eden Prairie 6, Chaska 0. Total shots on goal by Eden Prairie 22, with 6 of them going in. Total shots on goal by Chaska 10, with none of them going in. Great defensive game once again by Eden Prairie. Eden Prairie now 4-0-1 in scrimmage play. One more opportunity here before league play and the first tournament start. I'm sorry, no, that's not true. We'll end up with the first tournament, then one more scrimmage here on December 3rd, then league play. We'll see you at the next one. Great game by Eden Prairie.